Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News. 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Prime News. We're broadcasting live from our studio at Adabraka, Yenakra. Coming up.
This is the beginning of her journey to Asaman. This is the part we are praying as the living. Because she is the mother of all the nation. And that is why we are celebrating this for 4 days. By 6, the atmosphere should be quiet. All the noise will cease.
Kumasi on partial lockdown as Asanteman bids final farewell to late Asantehima Nana Kunedu Yadom III. Also coming up in the bulletin, over 400,000 BEC graduates get placement into senior high schools as Education Ministry opens portal for computerized school selection and placement system.
I am happy to announce that the placements were released yesterday, the 17th of September at 8 p.m. and subsequently we informed all district and regional directors.
Later on the Citi Newsroom. Later on the Citi Prime News, Ghana Journalists Association urges intensified action against illegal mining as Galamsey activities continue to cause environmental destruction.
There's nothing which the election was supposed to have been held tomorrow, but for the crash, like I said, we suspended everything.
Still on the Citi Prime News, 2025 Citi Business Olympics building up nicely as participating companies express confidence in winning the most trophies.
This year we are not coming to just join the numbers, we are coming to win.
So this year, the other organization, they should just watch out for us. We are coming with full force.
All that and more coming up on the Citi Prime News, which is broadcasting live from our studio here in Adabraka in Accra. Around the world, we're on citinewsroom.com. We're also live on our partner stations in the Western region. We're on Premier 100.5 FM, on Beach 105.5 FM, and Sky 93.5 FM, all in Takrade. In the Bono region, we're on J Life 95.5 FM in Sunyai. In the Ashanti region, we're on Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we're on Global 105.1 FM in Ho and Adanu 107.7 FM in Adakluwaya.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
I'm Charles Osukumi, grateful to you this afternoon. Let's get into the details of our stories, and we begin from the Ashanti region, where residents of Kumasi are complying with the Menchia Palace directive as the final burial rites of the late Asantehima Nana Kunedu Yadom III continue. The Asante Man Council has instructed all to remain indoors from 5 p.m. today. Major roads, including the stretch from Airport Runabout to Anoga Junction, are clear of traffic, while banks, schools, and public offices remain closed. The rites, which began on Sunday, will climax today with the burial service. Here are some transport operators and traders speaking on the impact of the directive.
It's been a slow day for business. We are just sitting around, waiting to transport the few people heading to the funeral. We initially planned to stay until 5 p.m., but with how things are going, we might end up closing as early as 10 a.m. to rest and try again tomorrow.
Business is slow today due to the directive issued by the Menchia Palace. The streets are mostly empty except for those heading to the funeral. Despite the directive issued, I decided to hawk after scouting the area earlier and noticing that a few other traders had also set out to sell.
MSS station also no mahu se car e load kakra na mse nyama me nkoyi kakra mbe nantim.
You heard some transport operators and traders in Kumasi speaking on the impact of the directive to remain indoors as Asanteman bids final farewell to the late Asante Hima Nana Kunedu Yadom III. My colleague, our Ashanti regional correspondent Doris Lonta, is at Menchia currently and joins us via telephone. Good afternoon to you, Doris. Describe the current atmosphere at Menchia for us.
Yes, crowd of people are there at the Menchia Palace commiserate with the royal family. As today happens to be the climax of the week-long funeral celebration of the Asante Nyema Nana Kunedu Yadom III, who died in August this year. The Queen Mother happens to be the 14th Queen Mother of Asanteman and a sister to the Asante Hene. Now done at Breman Royal Museum. But before that, there will be a procession to Bantama tradition, and then from there they will proceed to the Breman Royal Museum to bury the Queen Mother, and this will be done late in the night. And so activities here are supposed to cease by 6 p.m. and the atmosphere is supposed to be quiet for the burial of the Queen Mother. As Otunfo has just arrived at the and per tradition, once Otunfo arrives and seated, no chief is actually arrived again except the Jabenhene and then the Asampem. And so for now, Otunfo has just arrived and we the President of the Republic of Ghana to commiserate with the family. So for now, a lot of dignitaries and activities are ongoing. I mean, various cultural displays showing the richness of Ashanti tradition. So it's been busy here at the.
Well, Doris, I mean, we know this is a huge funeral. A lot of dignitaries are expected to be there. The president is expected to be in Menchia today. Who are the big shots you've seen there already? Hello, Doris. Well, looks like Doris is having difficulty hearing us. We'll be going back to Menchia pretty shortly and speak to my colleague Fatih Aminu Ibrahim, who has been following up on the orders that the council has given that the residents should stay indoors. We'll be speaking to her pretty shortly. But before that, let's do some news on illegal mining. The president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Jumfo, has urged media practitioners to dig deeper and hold duty bearers accountable in the fight against illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey. He stressed that journalists have a responsibility to demand action to end galamsey and ensure that revenues from responsible mining are used for the greater good of the country. Albert Jumfo made the remarks while delivering his welcome address at a 3-day capacity building workshop organized by the Ghana Chamber of Mines for journalists in Kumasi.
Galamsey is no longer a threat to individual livelihoods, but the national security threat. Chronic health conditions such as cardiovascular diseases, children born with deformities, kidney failure, and its attendant health challenges are all linked to galamsey in the use of harmful chemicals in such operations. Lack of political will from successive government to walk the talk by ensuring an end to galamsey has caused a great disservice to Ghana, as several water bodies are destroyed through the illegal mining. The question is, when will Ghana see an end to this menace? We have a huge role to play as journalists. Colleagues, while it's easy to focus on the negative, it's our responsibility as journalists to go deeper and push duty bearers to root out illegal mining and use revenues earned from mining judiciously for the benefit of people who are the real owners of the nation's living.
You heard President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Jumfo. Now, for his part, the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Dr. Ken Ashigbe, urged the media to advocate for a progressive legal framework. He notes that the Minerals and Mining Act currently under revision must be forward-looking to attract both foreign and local investors.
advocate for a progressive legal framework. A key pillar of ensuring Ghana's benefits optimally is a modern, competitive, and predictable legal and regulatory framework. The current Minerals and Mining Act is undergoing revision, but that revision needs to be forward-looking. We need a law that attracts both foreign and local direct investment in a highly competitive global market, while simultaneously ensuring that a fair share of value created remains in Ghana. The media must understand and illuminate this debate. It is not about pitting investors against the nation. It's about crafting a win-win framework. Investment is not a charity, it is a choice. Without a competitive framework that offers stability and fair return on investment, the billions of dollars needed to discover and develop new mines will go to other jurisdictions.
That was the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Engineer Dr. Ken, as he was speaking at a capacity building workshop organized by the Chamber for Journalists in Kumasi. Let's stay there in Kumasi and go back to Menchia. Doris Lonta is back on the line with us. Doris, I was asking about the dignitaries who have come to mourn with Asanteman today.
Yes, sir. So far, I've seen the ICC and his entourage here at the palace, and also I've been speaking with Dr. Ejaku Opoku. He's the medical director for Central Government Hospital. He's also a historian at the Menchia Palace, and he's been giving us some explanations to the happenings that are actually taking place here at the Menchia Palace.
In Ashanti custom, we believe that when one dies, it goes to Asamado. This is the beginning of her journey to Asamado. This is the part we are praying as the living. And therefore, today, because she is the mother of all the nation, and that is why we are celebrating this for 4 days to enable all Asanteman to come and say farewell to Nana before she leaves. And that is why we have ordered that by 6, the atmosphere should be quiet. By 6, all the noise will cease. The town should be quiet. For her journey to Asamado must be very solemn, quiet, and she moves in. So today is the last day.
Is there a reason why it has to be 4 days?
Because, look, for ordinary person who is not a chief in Asanteman, can be just a day, even half day. If you are on a stool and that has ranges, Odikro or a ticket of a town, or Brimpon or Mahine. So Odikro can be a day, or Brimpon can be 2 days, or Mahine can be 3 days. But Santehima can even be 1 week or 2 weeks. But because of time and the work we do, we need to honor. So this is the highest, one of the highest we celebrate in Asanteman as our custom.
Right, that was a historian there explaining the events of today as Asanteman bids final farewell to its Asantehima Nana Kunadu Yadom III. Doris is still on the line with us. So Doris, we're told that by 5 p.m. today, all of you in Kumasi are supposed to remain indoors. Hello, Doris.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I was asking about the 5 p.m. Deadline for everybody to remain indoors.
Yes, so currently both town, a lot of the shops are being locked, and it's actually very difficult to get something to take place in town. People are complying with the directive by Minister, but by 6 p.m., everyone is supposed to remain indoors for the procession to Bantuma and subsequently the burial right at the Bremen Royal Museum.
All right. Thank you very much, Doris. Doris Lonta is at Menchia. But Fatih Aminu Ibrahim is on the streets of Kumasi monitoring the compliance level of the directive by the Asanteman for all shops and other businesses to remain closed. I'm grateful to you, Fatih, for joining us here on the Citi Prime News. Tell us about the compliance level of this directive.
Okay, Charles. So today here in Ashanti, specifically within the Central Business District of Kumasi and other adjoining areas, it's actually the entire place is actually, should I say, in silence because shops, markets, schools, the entire place has been shut down because the people who are outside are actually going to the Menchia Palace to also commiserate with the Utumfo. They also want to be part of the entire funeral. They want to be part of the funeral celebration. But when you go to the market, specifically Dr. Mensa, KJCR, Alaba, all shops, containers, in fact, the tabletops, food vendors, no one, they've all closed their shops. All comply with the directive, and for the KTR Central Market, Alaba areas, you have task force from KMA also monitoring compliance. They are all roaming the area to ensure that people do not open their shops, food vendors do not set up. They are all making sure that things go according to plan.
All right, thank you very much, Fatih. Fatih Aminu Ibrahim is our Ashanti regional correspondent. The big story from Kumasi is that Asante Man is holding the final burial rites for the late Asante Hima Nana Kunadu Yadom III. The Asante Man Council has instructed all to remain indoors from 5 p.m. later today. This is still the City Prime News on 97.3 City FM. Still ahead, over 400,000 BEC graduates get placement into senior high schools as Education Ministry opens portal for computerized school selection and placement system. Stay with us. We have details in a bit.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn one CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community go win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. This is the City Prime News on 97.3 City FM, coming to you from our studio at Adabraka here in Accra. Around the world, we're on citynewsroom.com. In the northern region, you can listen to us on Diamond 93.7 FM in Tamale. In the Upper East West region, we're on Westlink 88.1 FM in Laura. In Upper East region, we're on Source 100.1 FM in Boko. And in the Northeast region, we're on Scarp 101.3 FM in Nangpanduri. Let's do some other stories now. And over 480,000 candidates who sat for the Basic Education Certificate examination have been placed into senior high schools. About 106,000 others are yet to be placed. The figures were disclosed during the official announcement of the opening of the computerized school selection and placement system portal. Deputy Education Minister Dr. Clement Apak is encouraging students who were not placed to make use of the self-placement portal to secure schools of their choice.
On April 27, 2025, we engaged the press to share the activities leading to the release of the placement of BEC candidates in the senior high school, senior high technical schools, and TVETs across the country, and indicated that the placement would go live on the 17th of September 2025, which is yesterday. I am happy to announce that the placements were released yesterday, the 17th of September at 8 p.m. and subsequently we informed all district and regional directors. Out of the total number of 590,309 candidates qualified for placements into senior high schools, senior high technical schools, and technical and vocational institutions across the country, this has been successful.
Now, the Education Ministry also says solution centers will be available to assist students experiencing challenges with the placement process.
Resolution centers have been set up at the district, regional, and national levels, i.e. GES, TVET district regional offices, with the NAT Hall in Accra being the National Resolution Center. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to strongly reiterate that placement is free. Again, placement is free. The Ministry of Education and the Minister cautions all parents and guardians against paying money to any individual, be it a ministry official or a third party, for placement. Anyone soliciting payment in exchange for placement must be immediately reported to the nearest police station or to the office of the special prosecutor.
You heard the voice of Deputy Education Minister Dr. Clement Apak. Away from education, the Member of Parliament for Klotekwale, Dr. Zaneto Ajiman Rawlings, is calling on the Economic and Organized Crime Office (YOCO) to investigate the alleged takeover of the Accra CMB Abuja Markets land by private developers. Her call follows a protest on Tuesday by traders and transport unions in the CMB enclave who accused private developers of encroaching on land belonging to the Ghana Railway Development Authority. The traders say the development has displaced many of them into the streets, worsening traffic congestion and posing serious safety risk in the busy commercial area. Addressing journalists, Dr. Ajiman Rawlings urged the government to clarify the true ownership of the land and outline its plans for the site to restore calm at the business hub.
What I would like to do is stand unequivocally and to condemn what is happening in this enclave, because it is very clear that this land is state land and should not be taken over by private individuals, especially when we are not sure who is giving the permission. And so I would like to call on the Minister of Transport, under whom the railways development is situated, to really come out and give clear guidance on this. In addition to that, I would like to call on EOCO to investigate this, because this is causing a huge uproar in terms of people's stability. A huge part of our informal sector is situated in the CMB Abuja Market Enclave. And a lot of people, over thousands of market women, not to mention the hundreds of drivers who operate there, will be completely devastated in terms of their livelihoods. And it will affect our food security in Accra. Sometimes it appears as though some of these things may not be related, but this is related to our very livelihood and our food security. It's the reason why during the lockdown of COVID, that market was allowed to continue operating, because of the key position that it holds in terms of our commerce and in terms of our food security. I would like again to condemn what is happening there and to appeal to the Minister and to the President to intervene on this issue, to stop private individuals who are taking possession of land that is for Railways Department under the Ministry of Transport.
That was the Member of Parliament for Klotekwale, Dr. Zaneto Ajiman Rawlings. Now, the Ayawaso West Municipal Chief Executive, Dr. Michael Mensah, is urging metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the Greater Accra region to strictly enforce the environmental sanitation policy and related bylaws. He says this is key to tackling environmental pollution, improving air quality and addressing perennial flooding. Speaking to Citi News at a validation workshop for air quality action plans, Dr. Mensah also underscored the importance of enforcing regulations and building permits.
Enforcement is very important. We give building permits. Most often you give building permit, you are supposed to do a follow-up, which we normally do. But then at the end of the day, what they do is different from what you have actually approved. And as I rightly indicated, we normally do follow-ups. But at a point, at your blind side, they do things that they are not supposed to do. So before we provide permits, or we grant permits to any developer, we have to ensure that the landscape, the soft landscape aspect is well taken care of. Not only well taken care of, but then we must also ensure that it is enforced. So when we go out there to inspect, to ensure that the right things are done, we need to make sure that the greenery component of the landscaping or the soft landscaping is incorporated into the building. So by so doing, we would have more green spaces within the municipality.
Voice of Dr. Michael Mensah, the Ayawaso West Municipal Chief Executive. Let's now focus on the biggest corporate sporting event in the country, the Citi Business Olympics. Participating companies are challenging one another as they express confidence in winning the most trophies and the ultimate prize. The Citi Business Olympics, Ghana's premier corporate sporting event, offers companies the chance to showcase their sporting prowess, build camaraderie and have fun. The event is scheduled for the Eden Heights Sports Complex in Wejaye in Accra. Speaking on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV, representatives of Margins ID Group say competing companies should be ready to face them.
This year, we are not coming to just join the numbers. We are not just coming to make up. We are coming to win. So if you are out there and you think that you trained enough, or you think that, oh, this year is going to be an easy ride for you, just know that Margins ID Group is there, and we are coming to win. Every aspect, every discipline that we are participating in, we are going to win. So,
at Margins ID Group, we believe strongly in teamwork. And a lot goes on when you're working every day, seated in the office. So it's important that the people or your employees get the opportunity to work with other people, collaborate with other people, and also compete in an exciting activity outside the office. So that's why we keep coming back.
Annette? We also have a lot of programs, the Total Wellness Program, that also makes sure that employees' well-being is taken care of. So we have other clubs like the jogging club, football club. So we are actually coming because we've been training the whole year. We've been training, so we are winning everything this year.
You heard from the executive PA to the CEO, Eric Curtis Howard, the brand manager, Claudia Boatma Adusei, and the public relations officer, Annette Odrom, all of Margins ID Group. Meanwhile, Ghanaian-owned and managed education consultancy, Best Education Services, has vowed to deliver a performance set to shake the Eden Heights Sports Complex. Darlington Abuaje from the company was on Traffic Avenue.
With the volleyball.
Did you win?
Yes, we came third. Football, and also we played Scrabbles and Lime Spoon.
That one to you.
Yes. So with volleyball we came third. For Scrabbles we came second.
Wow.
Yes.
And that was your first time?
That was our second time.
So this will be your third time
yes,
coming?
Will be our third time. And the amazing thing is, you know, with the volleyball we came with elimination tactics. You know, I am called a Jose Mourinho. It's not only football that we use tactics. So this year, the other organization, they should just watch out for us. We are coming with full force.
You heard Darlington Abuaje from Best Education Services Limited, a Ghanaian-owned and managed education consultancy, speaking on a branch in the city with Na Oyo Quarter here on Citi FM. Remember, the Citi Business Olympics 2025 is powered by Citi FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Side Hustle. It is proudly sponsored by UMB Bank with support from Bethel Logistics and Dampon Healthcare. Away from that, the National Coordinator for the District Roads Improvement Program, Ni Lanti Vanderpoy, says former Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Takitokonu has the right to seek redress in court following her removal from the Supreme Court by President John Dramani Mahama. The former Chief Justice has filed an application at the High Court for a judicial review, arguing that the President acted outside the 1992 Constitution by removing her from both the Chief Justice role and her position as a Justice of the Supreme Court. And now speaking on Channel 1 TV's Breakfast Daily Show, Neil Vanderpoy notes that although the development is challenging, it could pave the way for stronger laws and systems to guide judicial petitions. That'll be all for this edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios here in Adabraka, here in Accra. For more news, log on to our website, citynewsroom.com. I am Charles Osukumi. Thank you for listening.
City News. We speak